We had a really good solid hit out as a team a couple of days ago out at Whitgift School. But to get in and play some competitive matches, I think is crucial. I can't remember playing too many tour games as a one-day outfit going forward, and I think with a lot of changeover, a lot of youngsters in the squad, I think that it's really important that we can play as much cricket as we can. We were just speaking earlier, I think it's not very often that you play against a county team that's got more international experience than your international team itself.
What about those young guys? How have they coped with everything so far, with the tour and warm-up games and the camp and everything like that?
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of excitement around. Anytime you bring young guys into a squad for their first or second tour, it brings a lot of energy around the group, and I suppose with a lot of the guys having some time off over the last couple of months, for the guys who weren't in the IPL, it's a great chance just to get back and get stuck into some cricket. There's only so many laps of ovals you can run before you start to go crazy. So to get out and actually play some competitive cricket and get back as a team and start to build some plans, sort of working back from the World Cup next year, trying to work back on a timeline is really important.
Aaron, because Aaron, the bowlers took a bit of stick at one stage last night. It must be a real positive the way they responded and clawed back the win for you. Yeah,
I think that they actually bowled really well through that period. They had a guy who just basically teed off, and it can be difficult when you come up against someone like that, especially who you've never bowled to before. But I thought the way that they held their nerve, they were really clear with their plans. I think was really important when you are under pressure, and we know that England are going to come just as hard.
Does the team feel like a familiar place, or has it felt like you've gone on holidays and they've pulled the house down and built something else?
Yeah, well, like I said before, it's always exciting when you have new guys around, but there's a few guys here that are the first time I've toured with, and I've been around a little while now, so but it's good. I suppose our one-day cricket hasn't been that great over the last 18 months to 2 years, so who knows? I mean, these young guys, when you're giving them opportunities, they can do some wonderful things. There's some great players they're going to be great players for Australia in our squad.
Obviously, there's a lot of personnel changes.
Yep.
There's sort of structural changes, the way you do things in the team. I don't know, the bus, the meetings,
a little bit of change with the structure of the meetings and with training. I guess the batters, we tend to go off into a smaller group now and sort of bowl to each other, do a little bit of more drill-based stuff for about 40 minutes, and then we have our proper net session. So it's probably just a little bit more volume to each other, as opposed to just everyone gravitating to Hickey or the coach and just getting throwdowns. So and the meetings have been pretty short and sharp, which is nice.
They're pretty different characters, the two coaches, aren't they too? I mean,
yep.
One bloke's pretty laid back and the other one can get you in his glare. It's pretty intense.
Yeah, you don't want to be in his glare. I've been in that, not on this tour, but in the past. But I mean, they're both great coaches in their own right. Buff had a lot of success as the Australian coach, and JL, I've got no doubt, will have a lot of success. With Perth, he's done some wonderful things over there. So I think it's, at the end of the day, whoever is coach of the side has the opportunity to mould that culture the way that they want, and I think it's going to be exciting moving forward. But like you said, very different characters.
Are you feeling extra responsibility as one of the more senior players now in this, what is quite a young, inexperienced squad?
Oh, a little bit. I suppose being vice captain as well, you lead by example on the field and off as well. So, but I think being an opening batter as well, you have an opportunity to set the tone for the game for the team as well. So in terms of things like that, there hasn't been much of a change. But with a young group, there's a lot of inexperienced guys in our side, which is fantastic. So I think it's just about helping them as much as I can, as along with Tim and Glenn Maxwell, guys who have been around for quite a while.